news channel after news channel after news channel. Ever wonder why they report the same news? This is Wake Up America.
Brought to you by Citizen Stringer.
The media has become absolute lunacy. What makes us different? We just tell the truth. Daily headlines, politics, social issues, focusing on headlines that the mainstream media ignores. Conservative to the core and honest, sometimes to a fault. Unapologetically American. Welcome to Wake Up America with your host, Stephen Oatley.
Alrighty then, welcome to Wake Up America. Today is, what day is it? It's Thursday the 7th, it's 5:04 p.m. This is a live show. Welcome to Wake Up America. When are we going to wake up, America? Anyway, this show is sponsored by Spartan Armor Systems. Spartan Armor is a Tucson, Arizona-based body armor manufacturer. They make some incredible body armor up to level 4 ceramic. Very nice tactical stuff. Concealable sets as well. They also got the Ghost shirt, which is my favorite. I don't have one yet. But in addition to all the body armor and all the other stuff they also make, they make some hats. You can see them back there. Really nice hats. They make patches, t-shirts, everything. I can't find my t-shirts. I may have accidentally thrown them away in the move. But yeah, check them out. SpartanArmorSystems.com. Use code YEET. That is YEET. YEET. And you get 5% off your order. Great company, great sponsors. They've been with us for a long time, and they will continue to be with us for a long time. Anyway, I got to start off the day with a round of applause. Everyone pat yourself on the back. Everybody, Democrats and Republicans, we can rejoice. Today we made history. I know you're probably like, wait, Steve, where are you going? Today we made history. We did it. Doesn't matter whether you voted red or blue. It doesn't matter. We made history today. We looked past all the qualifications of being a Supreme Court nominee, and we confirmed a nominee based on nothing more than her race and sex. Congratulations! Hundreds of years of history down the drain. Congratulations. I mean, where else do you say? And just so you know, everybody is responsible for that. You, me, everybody. We are all responsible for that. Yes, you may be saying, well, no, I voted for my conservative senator, and my conservative senator was a no vote on this. I don't care. I don't care. We are all responsible. You know why? Because the people that we elect, okay, it starts with us. The people that we elect and we send to Washington on taxpayer dollars are there to represent the interests of America, not the interests of a collective few, not the interests of a select group of partisan constituents. That's not what it is. And maybe for some reason we've forgotten that. No. Every single Republican senator, 47 of them, voted no on her because she's soft on pedophiles or whatever reason. 47 Republicans voted no and then went home. They didn't stand outside the Senate chambers yelling at people. They didn't stand outside. In fact, they abandoned the chamber. I just watched a Democrat senator from Connecticut single-handedly pull them out of committees and pass, maybe a half dozen to a dozen bills? VA bills, this bill, resolution this, and passed. Nobody is there. Nobody is there. You know what? I'm done. And I've said this before. Not a single one of those politicians in Washington represent you. They don't represent me. Not a single one of them. Not a single one. And if it's not case in point, who is outside right now? You know what? This is what should have happened, okay? Let me tell you. This is what should have happened. F Fox News and going on the media. They should have held town halls all across the country. They should have not voted. They should have, when they did pass it, when they did have to, vote, they should have abstained. They should have said no. They should have been loud. They should have been dragged out by the Capitol Police. That's what should have happened, because that is our history. That is our history in the future. They elected a nominee based purely on her race. Sex was secondary. She doesn't know what a woman is. She's not a biologist. You heard it today in all the speeches. You heard Cory Booker. Oh gosh, can you believe this? Look what we did. It's history in the making. No, it's not. Well, actually it is. Congratulations. It is history in the making. You spit on every Supreme Court justice we've ever had. You spit on the qualifications of every single lawyer, every single person that is actually qualified to hold that office. You spit on them. And we are all equally responsible for it. A lot of people are going to be like, no, Senator Ted Cruz was fighting it. Tom Cotton was fighting it. You know what? Yeah, sure they were. Why did their fight end with that vote? How come we're not hearing about it right now? How come there's not senators pissed off marching down the streets in Washington right now saying, hey, we're going to lose our country? Because that's what should be happening in D.C. That's what should be happening, is there should be outrage that this is even allowed to go. And again, I'll say it just for simplicity, just in case anyone doesn't understand this. I own a company, right? Big company. I own several companies, actually. But if I go to hire someone and I say I'm only hiring an African-American woman, guess what? I will get sued. It's a crime. You're not allowed to do it. But our government seems to be able to write their own rules. Oh, you have these issues with your legalese. Oh, you may have have this 100% history of going soft on pedophiles. Don't worry about it. You're an African American woman. We'll put you in. And I was thinking about it when I was driving here. I was thinking about it when I was driving back from my house to the office to do the show. And I'm like, it's all our fault. It's all our fault. Look at these soft-ass politicians that are in Washington right now. Not a single one of them. In Congress, you haven't heard congressmen come out and speak against this. Not that they have any involvement in it anymore. But why? Why? Isn't this a big enough issue that everybody should be paying attention to what's going on? Isn't it a big enough issue that this woman could potentially sit on the Supreme Court for 40 years? This is not a big issue to people. And it reminds me, going back, I remember back in, 2000, whatever, 8, I don't know. First year I met my wife, so a long ass time ago. And we're sitting outside of a bar, the bar that I met her in, right? You just both gotten off of work, and we're standing out there, and it's election night. And I remember sitting there outside of the bar, just being like pissed in general. And I remember this girl walks up to me, and the town is going crazy. They like rioted in Burlington, Vermont. They went nuts because Obama was elected for his first term. Everybody was going nuts. They were like, yeah, we did it. Yeah. Some fucking drunk college girl came up to me and she's like, we did it. And I'm like, you did what? And they're like, we did it. She's like crying and stuff. And I'm like, what'd you do? I was trying to like be excited for her. I'm like, what'd you do? Did we just like change history? Did we elect someone based on something more than, skin color? Like, come on, what did we do? And she's like, we elected him. And elected who? Obama. And I'm like, why is that a big deal? And she's like, yes, he's black. And I'm like, that's why you're an idiot. You don't elect someone because of race. You don't elect someone because of sex. You elect someone because you believe in the point that they're putting out. You nominate someone for the Supreme Court. And I've said this before on my show. I firmly believe that the Supreme Court justice, a Supreme Court justice needs to be about as clean as the cleanest person you could possibly be. Like no transgressions. Even like if you were a baby and you picked your nose and ate it, you are not qualified for the Supreme Court, in my opinion. In my opinion. Your judicial practice, your time on the bench has to be perfect, without fault. If you have any of your rulings, appealed and overruled, no, you're not fit, because that means you aren't doing your job properly. If you go soft on pedophiles and sentencing 100% of the time that you're a federal circuit judge, you should not be on the Supreme Court. I can honestly say with 100% certainty, if Ketanji Brown Jackson was a white woman, she would not be on the Supreme Court right now. She wouldn't even have made it in the nomination process. She wouldn't even have been nominated. But congratulations, America. And now you actually see where all your politicians align. They're not doing anything. They're all flying home on their jets to go deal with their weekend stuff. Going back to see their families, to get patted on the back by their donors. Good job in Washington. You really stuck it to them, didn't you, Ted Cruz? You really stuck it to them. You gave a tough fight. Weak. There's no way in hell. For example, I just watched Senate. The senator from Connecticut single-handedly single-handedly pass and amended resolutions and bills, things with the VA. Now they've changed the amount of time you can file a claim with the VA to 180 days. All sorts of all these rules and resolutions and amendments. They just passed. You know why? Because not a single fucking Democrat or Republican objected to them. I can honestly say that if I was in Senate and I lost something and I feel as strongly about it as all of these fake ass senators did in these hearings, there's not a bill would pass there. Not a bill would pass the Senate until this is done. Not a bill would pass. I would object to everything. Matter of fact, I would fight every single thing. You want to pass a bill? You want to have committee meetings? Every single thing, I would be tearing it down and saying we have a fundamental difference in not of opinion, of common sense going on. And that's exactly what we don't have in Washington. We don't have people that are sitting there and championing what they stand for and what we elected them, what we put them in office. For far too long, it's been about politics and not about people, and not about citizens and about Americans. I can honestly say I'm starting to be disgusted in this country and its current leadership. And the leadership is across the board. Across the board, Republicans and Democrats. I'm appalled. I'm appalled that not one person has the courage to stand outside that Capitol and saying, this is wrong. You can go on Fox News, and I heard someone doing that the other day. Johnson, I believe. He's talking about Hunter Biden's thing. He's blah, 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 and he's doing all this stuff. Championing this, championing that, and then he begs for donors after. And I understand that's politics. You want to get the actual support of the everyday American? Go out there and represent us. Go out there and actually represent us. Don't go on Fox News. F Fox News. They're just propaganda just like everybody else is. Go out on the street corners and yell. Go into Washington with a private security. You're paid a ton. Go out there and start screaming from the rooftops. We need to wake up. Democrat or Republican, they are destroying this country. Our State of the Union, we waved another country's flag in our State of the Union this year. We have Texas National Guardsmen today drilling to receive potentially 100,000 people a week through the Mexican border because Title 42 has been withdrawn. Someone said it's not politics, it's money and corruption. The whole thing is corrupt. The whole system is corrupt. We watched people last year in 2020 chant, the system is corrupt, overthrow the system. I'm not talking about revolution or none of that shit. No. Because I'm still an American. I still believe that somehow, some way, we're going to see ourselves through this pile of bullshit that we've created. And I say we've created because we did. We did by electing weak Republicans, by electing weak Democrats, by electing backstabbing conservatives. Everybody should be disgusted. Everybody. You should be writing your congresspeople and your senators now, Democrat or Republican, saying why? Why? Why aren't you fighting for us? Why aren't you fighting for what's going on? Like with the stupid hearing yesterday on the oil, everyone's, challenging the oil people like they're the ones price gouging. You don't think it has anything to do with the policies and procedures that have put in place during this administration is why the oil costs are through the roof? No, let's blame it on the oil companies. Jen Psaki said so. Someone said everyone needs donors when you have big companies and Soros, Schwab, fucker bucks No, you know how many people are just normal people that don't contribute? The amount of people that contribute financially to a political campaign sits at about 1%. 1% of the general population. You know how you go out and you get campaign talking? You throw the party lines out and just run on an America platform, not America First or none of that stuff, even though that's where we align. No, you run on being an American. You say fuck Republicans, fuck Democrats. This is about saving what's going on in our country. We are literally tearing ourselves down every day. Every day. Like the Supreme Court thing, and we all knew it was going to happen. We all knew Ketanji Brown Jackson was going to get it. We knew it. But does she deserve it? You don't deserve stuff based on race or skin color. That's literally what people were writing about in 2020. That's what this whole social equity shit is about, isn't it? Is it about saying that one race isn't better than the other and shouldn't get other privileges? And yet they put a woman on the Supreme Court solely based on her race. It was in every single speech. You didn't hear people giving a speech and talking about what a highly educated person she was. That didn't involve, saying that she is an African-American woman. You didn't hear it. Because that's the reason why she was elected. Or that's the reason why she was confirmed today. It was purely because of race. And I'll be honest, my only problem with her, the biology comment doesn't make any sense. I'm not a biologist. I can't define what a woman is. The fuck you can't. That's common sense. You can. And secondly, she has a 100% track record. 100% of the cases that involve child pornography, she went soft on the criminals, the perverts. 100% of the cases, and that is 100% out there. Like, they don't even deny it. They don't even deny it. And she was still confirmed. She was still confirmed. Man. My wife recently described me as someone who sells t-shirts. She didn't talk about it. She's like, oh, he hosts a show, but he sells really offensive t-shirts. She said that to somebody. She's probably watching. She's going to be like, what the fuck? I told her, listen, if all I am is a guy that sells t-shirts, maybe I should run for Congress. Maybe I should run for Senate. If that's all you think I'm doing. If that's why you think I do this every single day. I'm like, wow, it must have been good because I bought you a house. No. I tell you, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Why can't I just unify people? Because here's the thing. I don't even care about politics anymore. I don't care about right versus left. I care about this damn country. I care about being that person that stand up and say enough is enough. Like, seriously, enough is enough. Stop with this partisan bullshit. If there's a bill that could pass for the benefit of the majority of Americans, even if I disagree with it, I would still cast that vote. You know why? Because the majority of Americans support that. Do you understand? Like, because the job of a senator, the job of a congressperson is to represent your constituents. It's not to represent your political party. Where are the people that actually care about this country? Where are our elected representatives that are supposedly out here for the benefit of America? It's sad, man. It's sad. You know, it's frustrating. You know, and I don't know. Like, I literally, I was so pissed off yesterday when I was talking to her, and I'm like, oh, so I'm just a dude that sells t-shirts. Okay. Like, that's how you introduce me to people you highly respect. Well, motherfucker, I'm running for congressman. Like, I'm like, fine, fuck it. Doesn't matter. If you think that the reason why people hate me is because I sell a t-shirt that says F Joe Biden, let me tell you why people hate me and why we get death threats and all that. I got another one last night. Not a death threat, but a piece of hate mail. I could read it, but it was written by a fucking 2-year-old. So it wouldn't do a lot of good. But I got another one last night criticizing me because of my view on Ukraine. Because I talk shit about the fact that we even care what's going on there, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not quite sure why. Stuart Collins, shout out to you, scumbag. Unlike gutless cowards like you, Steve Oatley, my brother, who is an ex-Marine who served 2 terms in Iraq, has gone to Ukraine. Motherfucker, my brother took his life last year. He did tours overseas. Calls me a fucking traitor to America. I fucking hate people. And you got like fucking, what is it? Oh, fuck. I hate people, man. I really do. There has to be a point, and I say it all the time. There has to be a point where people wake up and say, enough. 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 You know? I don't know. Andy Davis said, I can't speak in public. How are you going to run? I can speak in public. I choose not to because I like to just be there. I like to be in these things. I don't like to get up and be the spotlight of everything. And yeah, I may be a little bit camera shy. But I have spoken in public. I've chaired meetings. I was a fucking concert promoter. I've done all that. It's not my thing. But some things go outside of that. You know? But I don't know, man. I'm frustrated. And I know this is supposed to be Wake Up America, not the F it, I'm done. And I've done pretty good. I haven't really cursed too much. Someone has said, am I going to talk about Hunter Biden? No, I don't have time to read fucking emails that you send me about stuff. No, I'm not. Anyway, listen, we got to do better. Whether you're a Republican, whether you're a Democrat, it doesn't even matter. You need to do better. Every single one of you needs to talk to your politicians, Republican or Democrat, and say, what are you doing? You're destroying this country. Destroying this country. They need to hear politicians right now should be doing town halls, because if there's a huge fraction of America that is calling for something crazy right now. You know? And we have an obligation. But I have children. I want my kids to have a good country. You know? Like a country it can succeed in, you know? And that's I guess that's my frustration. You know, that's my frustration. You know, we all seem to be all talk, no action now. Why the hell can't we unite? Because that's what everyone wants to do. Everyone wants to bitch about this, bitch about that, look at the past instead of envisioning the future. Because if you don't realize that the past is going to ruin the future. Because all it's doing is creating more partisan divide. That's all it's doing. It's never going. And to be honest, that's a plan. That's what the Democrats and some Republicans want, is they just want to push it to the limit. So our economy crumbles, and the housing bubble is about to burst. The trucking market's about to burst. Everything's about to burst. And hard times are going to come very soon. And everyone's going to sit there and look at Washington and be like, why? And because the politicians that are in Washington aren't warning you. They're not out there championing it. They're not fighting for it. They're not saying, hey, listen, this is wrong. This is wrong. You can be, a lefty, but you still have to have common sense. You can be on the far right, but you still have to have common sense. We don't have it. We really don't. We don't have it anymore. And I don't know how to get it back. You know what I mean? Which is a frustration. I know this is more of the F it, I'm done style show, but I feel like I have an obligation. It is my duty. It's my duty to go to you guys and be like, what the hell? We all are responsible for what's happening to this country, even if we think we're not. You know? And that's it. That's it. It's frustrating to me. You know? I can't pay attention to chat. There's too many comments, too many people talking about random stuff. But yeah, you know, our dog issue at home is better, so at least I got that going for me. They're on all sorts of probiotics or whatever, so they're good. I gotta finish getting all these cups ready. I'm gonna be in Selma, North Carolina tomorrow night. If you're out there tomorrow night, come say hi. I'll be out there tomorrow night and Saturday at the Save America rally. Not quite sure how long I'm going to be able to be out there. I'll probably go live out there. I may get some interviews with people, even though it's not something I like to do much. But I may go out and just get interviews and just be like, hey, do you mind sharing what the fuck is happening to our country? I'm curious to know now. You know, it's Selma, I think, isn't it? Selma, North Carolina, I think it is. I think it's Selma. Yes, Selma, North Carolina. And it's going to be cold too, so we're giving away coffee. But so make sure if you come out there, you'll see it. You know, come say hi. Come say, hey, Steve. It's going to make sense eventually. Like, I don't know. Oh, man. I'm so far from perfect, but I think that's what we need in terms of politicians. I think we need people that are just like, nah, enough. You know? Who knows? Someone said call the White House switchboard. No, call your local politicians. That's who you need to call. Yes, all of our coffee that we're giving away is free. We're giving away free cups of coffee to everyone. We will have coffee bags for sale, but giving away free coffee. It's kind of our new thing. It'll make sense eventually. Marge said you'll see me Saturday from Florida. That's nice. See ya. But I'm probably going to do a live show tomorrow night. I'm not quite sure. It'll either be at 5 o'clock or if I'm still driving, it'll be at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. And I'll air it on Citizens. It'll be everywhere. But I'm going to do it from down there while it's still mellow. And good. But someone said, hey, Steve, do a F and I'm done episode. No, I mean, this is essentially it. And to be honest, my kids are on spring break as of tomorrow, so I'm not even going to see them. So I am going to end this pretty soon and go home, hang out with them, because on Saturday, even though I'm going to be in North Carolina, they are going to Jersey to be with their in-laws for the week, or my in-laws for the week, their grandparents for the week. And so my wife is coming back because she has to work next week. My kids are on spring break. So I'm not going to be able to see my kids for a week. So, yeah. I don't know, man. It's frustrating. I thought I'd feel better talking about this stuff today. And I even rehearsed some of the shit I was saying when I was driving here. I thought I'd feel better. But I really don't. You know? I don't. America needs to wake up, and we need to do it quick. We need to hold our politicians accountable for not representing us. Simple as that. So, like, listen, you can disagree with someone's politics. They could be a lefty, and you still can be a rational thinker, be like, okay, well, this person may be fair and balanced, even though they're going to lean more to the left than the right in terms of ideology, especially when it comes to law. But you also have to look at things that are problematic, like the fact that this person was elected purely because of their race. You know, to me, the highest, like, and yes, by my judgment, Kavanaugh shouldn't have been nominated. And it's not because he isn't a good dude. It's because he had baggage. He shouldn't have been, but he is. Comey Barrett, I don't think there was anything negative about her, but yet they still attacked her. But I think, I literally think that people that are on the highest court in the United States should be the most model perfect person, like the closest to perfect you can become from the time they're walking to the time they're talking. You know what I mean? That's my personal belief. I guess people don't agree that, but we'll have to wait and see. Everyone's talking about Nancy Pelosi testing positive for COVID and Collins and other people testing positive for COVID. Who cares? Oh, they got the flu. Big deal. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I don't give a shit. It's not like, oh, you were boosted and all that, and then you still caught it. Who cares? You're going to catch it anyway. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows that. Stop talking about it, and it goes away. Everybody makes a big deal out of it, and that's why it's still relevant. You stop talking about it, decide you don't give a fuck about it, and guess what? It goes away. Truly does. Look at that. I got euros. I got 20 euros from Tree Fella. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. But anyway, our coffee's super awesome. We're going to be in Selma, North Carolina. We will have coffee probably starting around 8 o'clock in the morning. If you're going to be in Selma, bring me a breakfast sandwich because I'm not buying food outside of hot dogs and mac and cheese. But if you're going to come out to Selma early in the morning, bring me a breakfast sandwich. Say hi. I'm just kidding. I don't need 7 million breakfast sandwiches. Don't bring me a breakfast sandwich. But anyway, someone said Republicans are thugs. Cool. Well, you know what? You can say that all you want. Look at what the Democrats are doing right now, and look up the definition of a thug, and then make your determination of who fits that definition. Because I certainly don't think it's Republicans right now. You know what the Republicans are right now? Weak. I was going to say a different word, a curse word, but I censored myself. Republicans, as a whole, right now, weak as shit. Maybe they won't be anymore. God rides a Harley with a $5 super chat. Thank you. I'm not paying attention. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on Citizen Stringer and just talk to those folks for a little bit. Everyone that's watching on social media or our free channel on F It I'm Done on Citizen Stringer TV. Jump over to the 24/7 chat. I will see you all tomorrow live from Selma, North Carolina. It will either, like I said, be at 5 o'clock if I get there and get set up in time. Otherwise, it will not be until 9 p.m. tomorrow. And we'll do a whole show out there. We'll just talk and say hi to everybody. All right. Bye.